Wow, so I keep pulling this card. Six of Wands. Oops. Can you see it? It's like a card of victory. Wands always represent fire in the tarot. Passions, creativity. Hola, hola. Bienvenidos a Esperanza Vence, donde la Esperanza Vence. Welcome to Esperanza Vence, where hope wins. Today we're pulling in the energy of this upcoming new moon in Sagittarius, which is happening late tonight where I live. I'm in Central Standard Time, United States, Wisconsin. I think it's like around 3 in the morning where I live, so it's technically for us on 12/12, and I have a really good friend who has a birthday 12/12 who is turning, I believe, 8 years old this year. Holy moly. So 12/12, happy birthday, Orion, and happy birthday all you Sagittariuses, Sagittarii. I think it's Mary's birthday today or yesterday. Happy birthday. Oh, what's this? Page of Swords. Look at that. Page of Swords. That's an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Let's sit down and pull some cards. My golf partner, Eileen, she had a birthday recently. Happy birthday. Sagittarius energy, you ask? What is this? Well, Sagittarius energy is very optimistic energy. They're the archer. They're represented by the centaur or the archer. And, you know, they're aiming high, okay? And not necessarily for a target that is, you know, if anybody's ever done any shooting at all, you shoot past the target, you shoot through the target, you know what I mean? So Sagittarius energy is very optimistic insofar as like they'll shoot past the target and then they'll almost make it to the target. You know, a lot of us set goals that are way too attainable and then we get super lazy. Like Sagittarius isn't like that. They're open to the adventure and they're open to the journey and they're open to the fun of it too. If anybody knows a Sagittarius or Sagittarius energy, it's festive, okay? And they could be athletic people too because of that festive, adventurous nature. This new moon in Sagittarius will bring new starts in the area that, well, you know, I guess I'm going to learn more about the houses in astrology because Sagittarius energy in general is just very festive. And we have a new moon coming up tomorrow morning, which we're going to pull the energy for. But there's also the winter solstice coming up on the 21st, 22nd December. And that marks the turning point when the days start to get a little bit longer now. And the sun starts to come in more and more. And it brings us into Capricorn season. And Capricorn is the goat. It's really hardworking. But it also it's also another energy that like reaches beyond, you know, or reaches upward. Okay. And whereas Scorpio energy was like digging in deep, digging inward, you know, like cleaning out the insides, cleaning out the pipes, right? Doing the plumbing, right? Now we're in this fire energy of sort of, okay, coming up to the surface, the phoenix rising and the fire coming up and sort of cleansing and burning off what is no longer needed, but also setting light to the Advent, setting light to the candles, setting light to the menorah. I think, yeah, that's what it's called. Anyway, Sagittarius energy is very festive and it's very optimistic and hopeful. There are aspects to Neptune which could lead to some cloudiness. And I was listening to somebody talk yesterday, I think it was Robert Phoenix, and he was talking about having the high beams on. I just just dropped a bunch of cards, but most poignantly, I dropped the Three of Cups, which just really encapsulates the energy that we were just talking about. Actually, let me turn a light on in here. There, you can see it there. Three of Cups energy is energy of just having fun for the fun of it. It's raising a glass and having a toast and knowing that sometimes it's good just to celebrate, just because life is life and you never know and you might as well have some fun with it. So that really, you know, that's really kind of what we're talking about. But yeah, he talked about like we should have our high beams on and be aware of what we can see. And in my opinion, I feel like we're in a fog, and metaphorically and otherwise, you guys, I mean, just between me and like the 4 people who are watching this, 2 of you are bots, but I'm gonna keep my low beams on. You know what I'm talking about? All right, so Sagittarius, new moon. We're going to pull in the energy for this Sagittarius new moon. I'm going to do a 10-card Celtic cross reading. That gives you an idea of kind of how I interpret the cards. So when you get on my calendar, by the way, you can get on my calendar below. There's a link. And we will pull in a personal reading for you. And if you're interested, you know, we could talk a little bit more about astrology too. Oh, heavens to pee. I have some cards going all kinds of ways. Okay, here. Well, you guys can watch me shuffle. So we talked about Sagittarius energy. What's Neptune? Neptune is a planet that rules, you know, our connection to unseen realms, but also to dream time and illusions. It's good for the imagination. It's good for like sitting and thinking about plans for the future. No matter, you know, you could really shoot for the stars in your imagination, but then when you get your feet on the ground and start doing things in reality, it's time to get realistic about what marks you can actually hit. And also tomorrow on the 12th, Mercury, I believe, station's retrograde. So Mercury is going to be retrograde till like the second week of January. So there could just be some snafus and some reworks as far as methodologies or habits of behavior. Like I've started this kind of mantra recently about like small changes, big results, you know? And I also heard somebody talking about how if you don't change the mundane, the day-to-day aspects of your life, you can't really expect bigger things to change either. That was probably Minopon Tarot, Chris Reck, who said something like that, but it's true. Like even just the cushion that I'm sitting on right now, I just like, you know, fluffed the cushion, flipped it over, you know what I mean? Like maybe I'm gonna flip my mattress, just like little day-to-day tasks, clean your room, stuff like that. Little changes bring big results is what I've been kind of keeping in my mind recently. And Sagittarius energy is very hopeful and optimistic, and it's so funny because my name is Esperanza Vence Tarot, which means hope prevails, but it's like I made this whole business because I had to, because I am such a pessimist. Like I literally think everything is doomed all the time, which works in my favor because when things just happen just normal, then I'm ecstatic. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a cardinal at the bird feeder. Like, this is awesome, you know? And I think my dad was the same way. Anyway, Sagittarius, new moon. For people like me, it might give us a chance to just be a little bit hopeful, optimistic, do a 3 of Cups thing, raise a glass just for the fun of it. Here we go. All right. Tarot, what's it say? Sagittarius, new moon. What do the cards have to say about this? This is us. Challenge. Near past, near future. Conscious awareness. Subconscious awareness. How do we see ourselves? How do others see us? Oh, jeepers. It's like kind of like flipping all over the place. What are our hopes and fears? And what's the likely outcome? Thank you for tuning in to the Sagittarius new moon with me. Ooh, I think it's a little maybe, is it a little too bright in here? Could be, I don't know. Now it gets like very bright, all right? Okay, well, we'll do the best we can. All right, this is us. That's gonna be the Magician reversed. The challenge is Judgment. Near past, Ten of Swords reversed. Near future, Temperance reversed. Ooh, I love that because Temperance, boring. Conscious awareness. Ooh, Strength reversed. A lot of majors, huh? A lot of major arcana in this reading. A lot of loud talkers. Subconscious awareness, Page of Wands reversed. A lot of reversals too. A lot of inside energy. How do we see ourselves? Oh my gosh, the Lovers reversed. Another reversal. How do others see us, or what's our environment? Oh my gosh, again. King of Pentacles reversed. Whenever I see a lot of inverted cards or reversals, I feel like it's internal energy. It's stuff that we have to work on inside so that our outsides reflect it back to us. That's just my personal experience and opinion. If you personally have an experience or an opinion about tarot or otherwise, could you please leave a comment? Positive or negative, comments really do help activity, I think, but I don't really care if I get views. You know, I'm just sort of doing this. And if people are drawn to my craft and to the way that I express it, and to the way that I use these tools to help myself, and if you learn something and can use these tools to help yourself, then that's what we're here for. And click the link below for a personalized reading, because I'll figure out a way to, yeah, if anybody has an opinion on this too, I really want to know what is the best software or program for clients to leave reviews. I would love to have a page, and I'm not on Wix, I'm on WordPress, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, but I would love to have a page where clients can leave reviews. All right, what are our hopes and fears, or what energy are we projecting on this reading? Another reversal. Nine of Cups reversed. Gosh golly, they got me yelling like Oprah. And what's the likely outcome? Is it reversed? Nope, it's upright. Eight of Swords. All right, so I see 8 energy. I see a lot of inverted cards. I kind of see a balance between the Swords, the Cups, the Wands, the Pentacles. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 10 of these cards are major arcana. So major arcana cards are going to be the cards in a reading that have the Roman numeral. Like if this were upright, the Roman numeral would be on top. The Lovers. Okay, so major arcana cards are the first 22 cards of the tarot, and if you're working with a 78 card deck, and those are the loud talkers, I'd say, in a reading. Those are the ones that the energy's coming through really strong. So this is really strong energy. So who are we? We are the Magician reversed. Magician upright is going to be a card of being in control of your divine masculine ability to assert and be a conduit for the energies of the unseen realms to come through you and manifest on earth. This is master manifester energy. And here in the inverse, we need to be aware of manipulating situations to our own gain. And we need to let go of control of trying to force things into action, especially here with the conscious awareness being literally la force reversed. We need to be careful of, sometimes when people watch these videos or are into kind of stuff, like they use tools like tarot or they use tools for manifesting. Sometimes I feel like we need to be careful to sit still and be clear and calm and leave space for God to work. The challenge is judgment, so again, like as a challenge, judgment could be even, higher forces judging us or judging the way that we do use our own personal will. Or we may need to be aware of narcissistic tendencies. We could be being judged fairly or unfairly, depending. It could be a challenge for us to bring up the good within ourselves and to resurrect the dead within ourselves. I used to have a whole website called Resurrect the Dead, which was just built upon this philosophy of being able to reach deep within. After Scorpio season, we cleanse out the insides, we clear out the pipes, but we might have found also a little bit of treasure down there. Pluto and Scorpio and Mars, that active tendency to dig and to get to the root cause of situations and to make sure that everything underground is working the way that it should be. Maybe sometimes we strike oil, maybe sometimes we strike gold, okay? But as a challenge here, we could be challenged to be sure that we remain on the path of resurrection. In the near past, we have the Ten of Swords reversed. So within the past couple of moon cycles, we may have had situations where we are letting go of the need to be intellectually or otherwise connected to communications, thoughts, situations that belong outside of ourselves that are bringing us down in a negative way. In the near future, we have Temperance reversed. So we may have been way too balanced or way too concerned with being, calm and concerned with the greater humanity. In the near future, we might have to have like a little bit more concern about ourselves. And we may need to assert a little bit more and not just constantly have the water mixing with the wine. Sometimes we might have to go straight water for a week and cleanse and renew. And sometimes we might just have to get a little bit, lit, especially in this Sagittarius season. Sometimes it's good to tip the scales extremely in another direction, because sometimes that's what's needed to achieve balance in the long run. Strength reversed, we may not be. Strength upright is a work smarter, not harder. And it's also like doing daring things. Like she's about to put her hand in a lion's mouth. She has confidence that this is going to work out. Here, we might not have the confidence that things are going to work out when we assert our power over situations, especially if we're feeling like the situations that we have manifested might be judged unfairly by others. We're coming out of a situation to where we felt that the worst was over, but at the same time we might not be able to balance ourselves in the near future and balance these energies appropriately. And here, we might be questioning our own ability to calmly sit in our own divine feminine nature and beauty as well. With the Page of Wands reversed, holding up this situation or in our subconscious energy, this could be a character who is an Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Leo. They're usually younger, in their 20s or so, or teens. This could be a kid in our lives that sort of has brought a lot of these situations to pass, or who is a thread within this entire story. How do we see ourselves? Lovers reversed. So this is a card of choices, and this is a card of choosing like a soulmate path. And with the reversal, you know, we may be dealing with kind of energies of an inability to connect in a balanced way with our path, or within our ability to relate in love. This could be Gemini energy. This could be a cloudiness. Again, we had talked about Neptune making aspects to this new moon, so there could be a cloudiness in terms of like, how do we love? How do we respect ourselves on that path in partnership, and not just in partnership with other people, but in partnership with ourselves, and also our creative hobbies and our intent, you know, on the path. If it's not, you know, this in this inverted form, it almost looks like the angel in the heavens is shooting us in the head, and here, you know, these two people are being joined on their path in a holier nature. What is our environment? The King of Pentacles reversed. So we may have a Taurus, I'm feeling strong Taurus energy, but I'm also feeling energy of a Taurus person who is well established in life. They know their inner nature, they know what they're about, they know how to take care of themselves, but they might be, honestly, this is like codependency energy, and I'm feeling like a codependent guy coming here too in our environment. We may be dealing with somebody who is unable to put themselves first. But if you can't put yourself first and be sure that your coin is saved for yourself, then you are of no use to the people around you either. And I'm feeling that this like backwards love energy is us. How we see ourselves is not having been able to put love in the right directions. And then here in our environment, we have a Taurus. It could be a Virgo, it could be a Capricorn, but someone with a lot of earth energy who kind of goes a little bit too overboard in thinking of others before they think of themselves. So it's creating problems in their life. 9 of Cups reversed. Our hopes and fears. We hope for or fear for our wishes to come true. The 9 of Cups upright. We already understand the ability to manifest without judging ourselves, but doing it in a way that is like balanced, and that we're using our strength appropriately. And here, you know, with the 9 of Cups upright, it's an exercise of knowing how our emotions can lead to actual ripple effect in our universe. But with the 9 of Cups reversed, again, like, is this insecurity energy. This is this energy of just being a little bit foggy about what the path is and what we're going to sign up for and what we're really going to pray for and put our efforts towards, as we do pull back and shoot that arrow to our highest target. And the likely outcome here, 8 of Swords. And this is a card of our own thoughts holding ourselves hostage. This is a card of our own thoughts, and the swords represent air in the tarot. So air energy is going to be our thoughts, our motivations. How do we speak to ourselves? How do we speak to others? How do we speak things into existence? In the Bible, I believe it said the first there was a sound, and then there was the light, right? So there was the sound before the light, and then there was light on the 7th day. I don't remember Genesis. I do know that when we have thoughts that hold our own selves hostage, then the things that we say are spoken into being. And just like there's a big force speaking things into being, we are also on an individual daily sense speaking things into being. So like we were saying at the beginning of this video about how small changes garner big results, even small things about telling yourself that you're full of healthy outcomes. My day is full of healthy outcomes. I can feel the sun shining on my face, and the vitamin D is renewing me. Just little tiny thoughts here and there can really make a big difference, because the little tiny thoughts that are represented in this card as a likely outcome, if we keep going the way that we're going and not having the self-esteem to see that, we need to let go of how other people or entities or institutions are judging us, and we need to just go ahead and just be how we need to be. We need to let go of these thoughts that are either coming from the outside or coming from within. So we need to make some choices. With this tarot card reading and this likely outcome, I'd say that I would recommend making some choices in regards to how we speak things into being, because I believe that this is a time ripe with creative energy that can be channeled appropriately, but we need to be careful what we're wishing for. We need to be careful what we're saying to ourselves and out there to the universe, because the universe can hear you. I love you. I hope you're well. I hope that you're talking nice to yourself and nice to the people in your life who deserve it, and to the people who don't deserve it. I hope that you are able to let it go. Let yourself flow, slow and low. That is the tempo. Mercury retrograde, we can review, renew, recycle, repurpose. What we don't want to do is react or, reassert or redig like things that don't need to come up again. All right? Okay, have a good one. Happy Sagittarius new moon, and I'll see you maybe for the solstice. Click below for personal reading. Esperanza, Vence, where hope wins.